guys, Xbox here. Check it out. This is going to be sort of my follow-up to sort of day 2 on the Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls expansion. So it only took me about 5 or maybe 6 hours, maybe 5, somewhere in there, to beat the Reaper of Souls Act 5 on hard mode. I didn't want to do it on normal. And I didn't die. I mean, with my current build and where my guy was at on Paragon level 114, I ran through the whole thing absolutely no problems. And pretty much all the, maybe not all, but most of the actual legendaries and things like that were just hand over fist better than currently what I had. Even some are better than the actual set items. So if you guys haven't already, you guys can check out my video. I basically did like an hour-long video and just sort of speed ran the whole Act 5. So I wanted to show you guys some of the new items that I got, because some of you guys were asking, you know, how good are the items in comparison to Loot 1.0, comparison to Loot 2.0, and I'm telling you guys, they're night and day. You know, there's just some normal rares that are like 2 or 3 times, 4 times better than some of the items that I had. So I'm going to go ahead and inspect my character here, and I'll start off the helm. Again, watch this in HD, guys, pause, things like that if you guys want to see it. You know, my helm is not all that great. It's not a set piece, but look at it. I mean, almost 500 dex, almost 400 vit, and it had a socket. Again, it's a decent helm. It was better than, I think, like the Inya's helm that I had or whatever I had. But, yeah, I mean, you know, more armor, more dex, more vit. I couldn't go wrong with this. I mean, all the stats were better across the board. Of course, this Loathing Talisman, this was pretty sweet. I mean, from what I had, basically, it was almost like this, but it had the, instead of the reduced cooldowns by 7%, that was a crit hit chance, which I was like, alright, no big deal. But look at it, I mean, almost 500 dex. You get the all resist as well as the crit hit damage increase. So I might re-roll this to see if I can get a more of a perk instead of the cooldowns skills by 7%. But that is huge. I mean, almost 500 dex, guys. That is insane. The shoulders and the actual bracers themselves, or the gloves themselves, I haven't had time to find a good one yet. I actually found a better glove set, but the problem was it didn't have the attack speed on it. It still had like 500, you know, dex, 500 vit. It had the all resist, and I was like, man. But I still want that increased attack speed as well as the crit hit damage. I haven't found a better chest yet. I will probably replace this because I see, again, some of the set pieces are just way better than this, and some of them, again, have 500 dex and, you know, 400 vit, so it pretty much blows this thing out of the water. I did find this Hellcat waist guard. Again, look at this thing. I mean, this thing is insane here. You got almost, again, over 400 dex, almost 400 vit, attack speed. I increase damage against elites, get a little more lightning resist, and again, it's a pretty sweet, you know, belt if you guys are asking me. Again, got this as well, a band of Hollow Whispers. Check it out again, 400 vit, almost 400 dex, 80 all resist, and then look at the life on hit. I mean, that's pretty good, almost 1300 life on hit, and then of course, you know, it haunts nearby enemies. I think this was actually a ring back in version 1 or Loot 1.0, and this, comparison to the older one, oh man, this thing is, yeah, it's pretty insane, I gotta say that. Again, here's the pants, way better than my set that I had, even though I got 130 dex. Basically, this had just 71 all resist, massive armor, again, hand over fist of what I had before. I should be getting, hopefully, a better one of these here soon. Again, look at the boots, I mean, you know, high dex, high vit, all resist, and regenerates some life. Now, I wanted to show you guys some of these fist items, just so you guys can see here. And you'll notice that, I mean, there's high DPS, high vit on it. I get life back for, you know, stuff spent. Get some chance to fear on hit. Then I also added the 700 life on hit socket, or the socketed gem. And then, of course, you have the basically the sort of same type weapon with that little spike on the front here. This one gives dex, this one gives fit. Again, it is insane, guys, these weapons that I'm getting. Now, one of the things that I noticed, that probably some of you guys noticed too, is the amount of health you have. I know a lot of people were complaining about it. So right now, with my guy, I think I have right around about 300,000 health. Hopefully I'm going to check it out here in a second, and we can see. Yep, 311,000 health, which is, I mean, that's insane, right? I mean, back when, sort of before this came out, having 50, 60, 70k health on a monk was pretty good. Now I'm at 300,000. health, and you guys can see again my different gloves here. I mean, just look at them, insane. 66 all resist, 600 life on hit, massive vit, massive dex. So I might even just pass up, you know, the attack speed and the crit hit chance, because nothing's going to be able to kill me. If you look here, I'm almost getting 4,000 life on hit, which is crazy considering the amount of life that I have. And so it's really hard to sort of drag my guy down, you know, down his life, especially if you have something that hits a lot of enemies. So, you know, hopefully this gives you guys a good idea of sort of what's out there on the new expansion. Again, I think it's worth it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's going to be really cool when I hit level 70, and I want to really get up to like Paragon level 200 and just keep going, right? And just sort of max my character out. But, yeah, hopefully you guys like this. Definitely subscribe, guys, if you haven't already.